Welcome back to Pride. In this video, Bob and I are going to show you how to feint. Before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We have new boxing videos every Monday and Wednesday. I've seen a lot of instructors teach their students how to feint, and they all leave out the most important part, okay? The most important part of using a feint is making sure you're feinting with something that already landed. So if I want to feint a jab so that I can land the right hand, it's going to look like this. I'm going to feint the jab, I'm going to throw the right hand. I feint the jab because I want him to react to the jab. He's not going to react much to the jab unless I've already hit him with it, okay? So a lot of instructors fail to point this out to their students. You don't want to just feint from the get-go. You know, when you first square up with a guy, he's not going to give you that much respect unless he's really nervous and unless he really fears you a little bit or he's being real cautious with you. Then you'll get him to react. But at that point, this is the beginning of the fight, he's going to just use his feet. He's going to keep distance, okay? So if you use a punch that you just landed a couple times, let's say we're sparring or we're fighting, and I'm landing the jab, landing the jab. Now he's going to be a little bit more afraid of my jab because I just hit him 4 times in the nose with the jab, okay? So now when I feint the jab, I'm going to get a little more reaction out of him, right? So when I feint the jab now, I get him to react and I land the right hand. So the most important thing to remember when feinting is using a strike you already landed, okay? We already landed the strike. We already know he fears the strike. Another thing is we already saw how he's trying to react to that strike, okay? So if he parries the jab, he tries to parry the jab, but I'm landing it anyway, I know exactly what he does with the jab. He parries the jab, okay? Now I know where his head's going to be. I know where his body's going to be. I know where his feet are going to be for when I throw that right hand. Or he's an experienced fighter. He has multiple ways to deal with the jab. So throwing several jabs first and really feeling out your opponent is going to show you the different ways he's going to react to your jab. If you land the jab several times and if you hurt him with the jab, if you jab like I jab and you jab like I teach my students to jab, we jab to do damage. We don't jab just to set up other stuff. It's great to set up the second and third punch. You might as well do damage with the first punch before the second and third punch, okay? If you really do damage with your jab, he's going to go to his #1 way to defend the jab. Whether or not he has multiple ways to defend, he's going to go to his #1. He's going to go to his safest way to defend against the jab, okay? Which might be pushing back, or it might be parrying, slipping, and covering all at the same time. Either case, you know where his head's going to be. You know what your next strike can be. Now that you know how to feint, you want to drill it, okay? You want to do drills, feinting on the heavy bag or on the century bob, or shadow boxing in front of the mirror. So we want to land some jabs, right? Stay loose on the body, land the jab, land the jab. Now, we saw how he reacts to the jab. We know we landed some jabs. He doesn't want to get hit with the jab. Now we can feint the jab. So we'll just throw the jab a little bit. We'll start throwing our jab, but we'll pull back. We won't throw it all the way. We'll just leave the jaw a couple inches, and we'll throw that right hand. We'll get him to react to the jab, and then we'll nail him with the right hand. When you get comfortable with the feint, you want to really mix it together with a lot of other things. You always want your drills to be real, as if you were in the ring, as if you were sparring. You want to be moving. You want to be pushing in, pushing out. You want to be covering up. You noticed just a second ago, I was parrying the jab and delivering the jab. I was leading with the jab, and then I started feinting the jab and landing that right hand, okay? So you really want to mix it all together. Parry the jab, deliver the jab, so you're throwing counters. Lead with the jab, you're attacking first, and then feinting. So feint that jab, and let that right hand come right away. You want to fire that right hand immediately. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. New videos on boxing every Monday and Wednesday.